Hello, everyone. Welcome to G&A Podcast, episode 63. I am your host, Soberoni, along with my co-host,
Ryuuou.
Okay.
No. I'm just like, whoa, you said like the episode number and everything.
I was ready. Yes. This is the super extra late night edition of G&A Podcast
because I was away in Albany celebrating my best friend's birthday and closing my bank account that's been open since 2010.
Wow, you must have a lot of interest.
Actually, I didn't have to pay a dime. It was incredible.
Well, speaking of lack of interest, let's get back into the anime this week.
Yikes.
And yes, time to rip into all these shows. One show I won't be ripping into though is Violet Evergarden.
I was about to say, yes, like. Yes, this is like one of those episodes like, wow, okay guys, prepare to feel really shitty about life and just sad, but also amazing episode, but also...
I've grown used to the fact that all these episodes are going to be depressing as hell. But as far as depressing as hell episodes go, this was pretty nice.
It was pretty good. Like, remember when you were, like, secretly hoping that he'd pull through, like, that he's gonna make it and get the
I was.
And find Violet somehow? And then they'd start writing the letter, and then none of that happened.
But that's why I like it so much, because it's kind of like, it doesn't do any of the ass-pulley things that anime usually does, where it's like, oh, and everyone survived, the end. Like, no, people die. It's very real. No one's getting saved. It's very bleak. It's bleak yet hopeful at the same time. I'm glad that the guy actually died and it wasn't just like Violet saved him and now he gets to be happy with his family.
Yo, but shout out to like the CQC. Like
every episode just have to show off how Violet's also just like a super soldier.
They're like,
she's also Captain America, guys.
They're like, oh, I know who you are. I'm not even gonna attempt to fight back. I'm just gonna leave.
I like how they had. Alright, guys, we lose. Alright, pack it up, guys. Go home.
Let's go.
Just like real war. That's exactly how real enemy soldiers would have done it. But yeah, it hit me. It surprisingly hit me. I wasn't expecting it to hit me that hard because I didn't know anything about the guy and he was just like whatever to me, but the storyline was so good.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. He just made me... Like I felt like that could have been me, cause he just felt like literally just like an average dude, just kind of just pulled into a war.
Yeah, the part that got me was the very end when Violet's delivering the letters, and then the girl, was it Maria? She's in the field and like, Maria, you got a letter from Aiden. And then she just drops her thing, and she's like all super happy.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh my god, Aiden! Yay! Wait, why are his parents crying?"
Yeah, like, ooh, this is not a good letter. This is a bad letter.
Oh, here's your handkerchief back. I mean, it's covered in blood. Yeah. Nothing but a good omen, right?
It was nicely done. It was nice. I loved how it's, even though if you boil it down, the episode was about like half the episode was just a guy dying reading off a letter. It didn't feel dry or boring.
It definitely didn't. Her pretending to type, well, not pretending to type, but her actually like typing it out to memorize the keys. And at some point, I'm not sure if you noticed, like she stops because.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, she like stops as he's speaking. He's like, "Hey, are you still typing?" I can't. Like, she literally stops at some point and she's like, yep, still typing.
I kind of figured she was lying about memorizing. I'm like, alright, she's good, but she ain't that fucking good. But, no, yeah, I mean, see, it's those little details. I didn't catch that. I probably would have caught it. Would probably have taken me like 3 or 4 watches to catch that. So, it's those little details that make it even better.
Yeah. And then everyone's just crying at the end. I'm like,
that's every episode. Everyone just cries.
And also, like, this episode, it's like amazing how, like, even though it was like, it was still pretty eventful. Like, this episode was eventful. Like, I didn't realize it was over until it was over.
Oh, yeah, it went by fast.
I was like...
It went by really fast.
I was like, this felt like 10 minutes.
Even though, I remember when I was complaining that there was no, like, there's a lack of an overarching plot now that we have the whole plot line of Gilbert's death.
Yeah.
And I was kind of worried about what direction the anime was going to take.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad that even though it doesn't really have an overarching plot right now, it's still really
her overarching plot is she's discovering how much life sucks.
Yeah. I hope this isn't building up to her suicide. I do. That's my one complaint. I do want a happier episode. Like, I'm still waiting for a nice, heartwarming, happy episode like we got with the princess and everything. So if they could sneak a happier episode in, that'd be great, guys.
Oh god, it's gonna be so happy. It's gonna do like a time skip to like the princess being pregnant and everything, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, we can't wait to!" And then she has a miscarriage and dies.
All right, we don't need this to turn into Clement, right?
Oh right, shit. Okay,
yeah.
And she just dies in childbirth. And the baby lives.
I'm just. It's been like what 6 episodes straight of just depressing shit happening. So yeah. It'd be nice to throw some nice little curveball. So I don't have to cry every episode.
Sad every time. We have other animes for other feelings, like Overlord, for example.
All right, so this is the other good episode this week. I actually forgot about Overlord. This is my episode of the week, by the way. Overlord's my episode of the week. Episode.
Yeah, I was going to say.
11.
I was like, how could you? I was like, even Overlord?
Overlord episode 11 is the only other good show and my episode of the week. This was okay. I know you told me what your complaint was over the phone, and I'm kind of I get where you're coming from with that, but I don't care. This whole arc has been nothing happening, so I'm glad we actually got action.
Nothing happening.
It's been build up. The whole arc has just been build up to something.
I mean, fair enough. No, fair enough. I mean, yeah. Even when I thought that when Seba stormed the place and kicked the living shit out of someone, literally. And
I mean, that part was cool. But that was only like 2 minutes of a episode that the rest of it was Climb fighting some other dude.
Well, that was a decent fight. That was a good fight.
It was, but it was not like an Overlord fight, you know? It wasn't like people like Ain's yelling out all his skills and shit and throwing lasers. Like, I want those kind of fights.
Yeah. Which was kind of like this week, I guess.
Yes, exactly. High level fighting.
High level Sebas blowing people's heads off.
That was fucking great. I cannot possibly love Sebas any more than I do right now.
I love how they're making him like the main hero of the story and getting his girl and everything.
Mm-hmm. The way he got triggered too, and the other guy was just like, "I'm the king of the undead." Oh, what the fuck? Boom, dead. All your friends
he was like,
dead.
"I was gonna spare your life, but you kind of just took my master's title." So,
I love how they built them up and just they all died. I thought they were gonna end up fighting like Climb and Brain.
I thought Solution was literally like Sebas was gonna come up and Solution is literally just like eating people. No, not here. Like she's chewing on some dude's arm or something.
Even I forgot the other guy's name. The little boy.
Oh god, I forget who it is. Yeah,
I forget his name. Scene was creepy.
He didn't even do anything. He literally just broke her leg and just dragged her.
Yo, did you see her leg? It was like twisted 180 degrees and shit. He just pulls her up by her hair, like, all right, we gotta go.
Yeah,
we got a job to do. That was creepy.
Yeah, that was pretty creepy. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. I kind of want to see it again. And then, of course, the climax of the episode is when Gargaron and the ninja girl fight.
So did they die?
Probably not, even though they were all lit on fire. But I'm gonna assume no. That'd be cool if they did, but
I hope not. I kind of like both of them.
Yeah, and the other girl was like God mode powerful.
I love Evil Eye. Evil Eye just became my favorite secondary character now. She beat the shit. I love Antoma, but she beat the shit out of him.
yeah,
With
like
one
pretty
spell.
with that one spell, insecticide or
Spamming.
whatever.
I'm just gonna keep spamming this spell. It's the only one that works.
Well, it kills bugs, so pretty well.
Antoma over here is like, all right, I'm gonna keep running into that. Keep doing it.
Pretty much. Yeah, and then Demiurge just comes and is like, yeah, time to fight.
Yeah, time to show off how OP I am.
Yeah, right.
And then, of course, Ainz just shows in to be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, he's like, no, wait. Does Demiurge know what Ainz looks like out like in his adventure form? Because if not, I'm thinking in my head that they're gonna fight each other.
I think he does, because way back in the first season, when Ainz was like, I think it was like the second episode, and Ainz is leaving the castle, and then Demiurge stops him while he's wearing that outfit, I think, or something like it. Either way, I feel like they would notice each other. I think it's all like an elaborate act.
Probably. That'd been really cool, though.
That, or maybe the mask that Demiurge is wearing is actually like not just a normal mask, but like conceals his identity from people or something. And Ainz actually doesn't know that it's him.
Yeah, I just want them to fight. I just want them to fight.
I just want an excuse for them to fight.
Yeah, pretty much.
The same way we got an excuse for Xiaotier to fight in the first season.
Exactly.
Fair enough. I also want that. I still want more Albedo. I wish she would show up and do something.
Yeah, Albedo just kills everything and everyone forever. No, I'm just gonna keep panning her, like hugging her Ainz body pillow.
Yeah. This was a totally pandering kind of like, here's a bunch of action type of episode, but I feel like that's exactly what we needed at this point, so I'm glad we got it.
Agreed. Speaking of pandering, let's move on to Card Captor Sakura, Clear Card Hen, episode 12, which is definitely my episode of the week.
Oh, what? No.
Right? Shock. First of all, I was like kind of on the edge, and then the whole sports thing just did it for me. I'm just like, Card Captor. I mean, Kuroko no Basket. I mean, Shield 21.
So
I mean,
does Sakura have like the LeBron James card or something? The fuck was that?
Yo, three guys were like on her, and she just like fucking broke all their fucking ankles, landed a 3-shot like it was nothing. I'm like, she is the Stephen Curry of anime. Like, what the fuck? Like did she ever make a cameo in that like basketball anime that you like?
Basket? Which one? Oh, Rokubu?
Yeah.
I feel like she should. I feel like that should be the next part.
Where she just like literally kill everyone.
She just shows up and fucks them all over. The one girl team.
Jesus. And it was like three guys too.
She's good at sports, but it's like to comical level where she's just good, like the best at fucking everything athletic.
Yeah,
like she's an Olympic athlete at anything that involves athletics.
Basically, wow, that was a really redundant statement you just said.
Yeah. She brings home the gold in all things.
Oh my gosh, that was so crazy. Like, I thought I'd do that crazy dribble move. I'm like, nope, this is my episode of the week. I don't care what happens.
I did rewatch that scene about 4 times. Just like rewinding.
Like, wait, what? Oh my god, it was so great. But I guess moving on to other things.
There was the rest of the episode outside
right?
that 15 seconds.
That was the best part, but the episode had, like, you know, a lot more plot now. I think it's really gonna start picking up now in like the last 10 episodes. Especially now they're starting to show things from Akiho's point of view. I mean, it was pretty obvious that she was like involved in everything, but
yeah.
Now they're like really getting into it. I also think that the dragon that she's on is actually her butler.
I kind of figured that. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
But yeah, and I love how he's like, yeah, I totally fucking know something. I don't know, it's just really funny.
I did like how we got Lee again doing stuff this episode.
Oh yeah, yes, I love Lee being more involved. He's like, oh, my North Soul's not gonna cut it. Time to do the super god mode.
Time to go fucking Super Saiyan real quick.
Yeah, right. Like, holy shit. I love the talk that Sakura had with Yuki. She's like, oh, make sure you pound it into his head, all right? I'm like, yeah, Yuki's gonna pound it into Tomoya's head, all right.
I don't know, my one complaint though, oddly enough, that you mentioned that things are finally moving, I feel like they should hurry up and move on with things. I feel like they keep teasing this relationship with Akiho and the butler, and they keep teasing
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if it's anything like any of the card captors, it's gonna take a while. Yeah,
I know, but this is only 22 episodes. It's not 70 episodes.
No, I in my mind, like, as long as the card captors, like, each season went, like, they finally got to nitty gritty, like, I feel like in, like, the last 5 episodes, like, out of, like, 30.
Like, it's gonna be, like, episode 21, and they're gonna finally reveal the fucking main enemy.
Yeah, no, like, literally, like, in, like, the last 3 episodes, they reveal it. Like, the whole thing with Yuki was done in, like, 3 episodes. Like, I'm actually being serious.
Ugh.
That's just how it happens.
It's taking forever.
Yeah, no, that's just how it is.
I also didn't like Sakura's outfit this time around.
Yeah, no, I didn't either.
It's kind of plain. Although I did like Akiho's reaction to this.
Yeah, she was like, so about the outfit. Oh my god. Yeah, the sports thing was just so great.
I feel like the episode has to be really bad for it to not be your episode of the week. Like, it specifically has to be a bad episode.
It has to be either a bad episode or literally just something else has to be, like, really extraordinary, like Violet Evergarden.
Yeah.
Like, Violet Evergarden did, like... I feel like Violet Evergarden kind of lost, like, the edge only because it's like, okay, you did something this groundbreaking literally, like, last week.
Mm-hmm. It's hard to top last week of Violet Evergarden.
Yeah. That's pretty hard to top. So, yeah. But, no, I like this episode. Her friends didn't have much to say, thank God. Sakura had that funny moment. I like that she was talking to her family, and they point out the fact that, like, her father's just, like, never there, and he's like, hey, sorry for, like, not being there and being, like, the shitty dad. No. I like that, even though that they're, like, not, like, important characters, I still like that she talks to them throughout the, like, every other episode.
Yeah.
Or at least mentions them, you know, and as opposed to, like, some of those anime where it's like, do you guys have parents? Question mark. Like, I'd rather this than, like,
dad
no
makes
parents
his daily
at all.
appearance.
What?
It's like, I'm still here. I'm still a father.
Yeah, right? No. I don't know. I really don't like anime where they don't introduce, like, the parents at all. Because...
Like 99% of anime?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I don't know. I feel like parents can be, like, a very...
I do think when they bother to make the parents into a character, they end up being one of the best characters in the show.
Yeah,
they're usually like eccentric or something.
Exactly.
Or just really cool.
Exactly. And yeah. Like, her father's just very, like, baseline, like, I'm an okay dad, and, like, whatever.
He's like the best dad in school, like the dad all the friends love and shit.
I know, exactly.
Kids, I made pancakes and rented your favorite movie.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and I guess you don't have to worry about her mom, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. You know, I was saying this was a pretty poor week, but now that we're going over it, I think it's just because I'm so pissed off at Fate Extra, but everything else is kind of okay.
Yeah, I'm so surprised.
I don't know. Fate Extra left a really bad taste in my mouth, so we'll get there when we get there. But first, let's get to Citrus, episode 12, the last episode.
Mm-hmm. You know, it's one of those things. This episode is one of those things where it's like you knew where it was going, you know exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly
but, like,
that. That's my exact opinion on this episode.
But doesn't make it necessarily a bad thing. Like, does it?
It wasn't bad, but it was highly predictable and kind of like, okay, there's a decent way to end it. It was a safe way. It was really safe.
Bitch, do we want to go the not safe route? Because
yes, we want to go that. We want to take a left turn and go to school days route now.
And I'm about to say, because I'm just saying it's either this or Kuzuno Hankai.
No, let's not. I was kind of, turned off by the whole issue being resolved super easily with Sarah and May.
It was one episode left. What did you?
I know, but it was just so easily solved.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the resolutions in general, like with the Matsuri arc, was just like, fixed.
But see, that's what you... But see, and this is why... Well, I'm not saying this I dislike, but I'm saying this is why I pick Kuzu no Hankai, because the whole series is so...
That was the opposite. It went too extra with this fucking resolution.
So ass backwards and crazy. It's like, how you can't predict how they're going to resolve it. Neither of us saw, what was coming. And I can say that with 100%, honesty.
I'll take the resolutions in Citrus being a little bland over the resolutions in Kuzuno Honkai being completely insane.
The resolutions were good.
Me and my boyfriend aren't getting along. Better sleep with my best friend. No.
That's not a resolution.
Exactly, because it's stupid. At least in Citrus,
the actual resolutions in Kuzuno Honkai were good. Well, thank you very much.
Anyway, let's not mention that fucking anime again. Let's go back to Citrus.
No, I'm literally just don't really have a lot to say. Although in my mind, I definitely start shipping Harumin and
Momo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a huge shipping moment for them this episode. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the fact of ship.
Shall we? And I'm like, oh my god, they're definitely gonna
just make out with each other.
Yeah, right.
I feel like they have to give Harumin somebody. You can't just have her be alone. She's like the best character on the show.
Exactly. She literally is. She's literally the best secondary character, like top 5 of all time. Yeah,
definitely like one of the top 5 best friend characters of all time. And Nina was great too. I love Nina.
Yeah, Nina was good. At first, I was like, "Oh God, she really isn't gonna stop her," and then she actually attempted to stop her, but she did it. But it wasn't in like a Kuzuno Honkai way. It was like in a
I'm kind of glad they didn't make her all like yandere-ish and shit. But
like, really I thought she was gonna just literally just like punch, like slam her fist down next to you. So you're not fucking going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, in the second half of the episode, at the very end, when she was trying to give Sarah and May alone time, she just picks Yuzu up and drags her out of the fucking store.
Yeah, that was funny.
But Nina was great. I mean, the characters and the cast in general was really good, and this overall was a good episode. Mm-hmm. It was just that, the kiss scene was super adorable, though. I'll give them credit for that. That was
oh my god, the May's response, yeah,
that was super cute.
And then May was just acting all May. I'm like, aw.
And then Yuzu was like, nope. Thank you, but I want the real kiss.
Exactly.
And even them at the end trying to hold hands and stuff was really cute and nicely done.
Exactly.
So I guess overall,
I don't know. I watched. Very good. No, that's sorry. I just want to say I watched like that gay movie, like Love, Simon. So it's like, which had a very similar ending. Oh, spoilers.
Damn it! I was gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah, right. Movie theaters are probably closed. But yeah, I had that same feel of like, the romance and the happy ending and yada yada yada.
Well, I'll take a feel-good show. I like feel-good shows, so... Exactly. Especially after fucking Violet Evergarden. At least Yuzu didn't die in a war.
Yeah.
So, well, overall?
Overall ratings?
I feel like I know what you're going to give this.
I'm going to give it an 8.
8, yep.
I was going to give it an 8.5, and I'm like, the reason why I didn't give it an 8.5, I just gave it an 8, because like you said, it was good. It just, a lot of the drama was scored away, like, a little too nicely. Like, this is like, it's like Kuzuno Honkai needs to be like a little, it's like, imagine Nana, the anime, Citrus is on the left, where it's like it's a little too safe, and then Kuzuno Honkai's on the right, where it's just like balls to the wall, like crazy.
Yeah,
and Nana's in the middle, like a good balance.
I think that's fair. Both. I would say 7.5, because of course. But I would have given it an 8 if it had a bit of a stronger ending. As it is, it was cute, it was nice, but a little too safe. And I do hope there's a second season, though. And I think this was one of the better romance anime we've seen.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Season 2, please.
No, it's a good anime. Therefore, it's never happening.
No, it's never going to get to season 2. And it kind of ended off in a spot where it's like, probably not into season 2.
Yeah. Definitely not.
Okay, speaking of things not getting a season 2, let's go on to... Ryuuou no Oshigoto, episode 11.
So this episode, I
mean, it was kind of a continuation of
last week's episode. Congratulations to Keika. She finally became she became a
professional. I actually forgot about that part of the episode.
I think that literally was like my favorite part of this entire episode.
She was the only one who didn't get shit on by Yaichi, so
right.
Ginkgo got shut
down. Oh my god. Ginkgo was like
I thought she was gonna kill him on the spot.
She was like full ho anime, and he was like, I'm not interested. I'm just like, Jesus, Yaichi.
She's like,
wow.
You're feeling down. I'll do whatever you want to make you feel better. Can you get the fuck out of my room? That'll make me feel better.
I felt so bad for her.
I was like, if Ginkgo pulls out a knife and just like slits her throat, I'll be fine with it right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was brutal. I hate how much she gets shit on, but it was hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like she low-key gets shit on this entire series, and then this was like the climax.
I love how Cake is kind of like an older sister, motherish figure though for Ginkgo, and she like runs to her and starts crying and everything.
I know. Yeah,
I like how.
Really. Yeah, I like how Yaichi he finally found his like breakthrough moment through Keika.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice touch.
Yeah, like Keika of all places. You know,
especially ironic because he was just finished shitting on like, I can't learn from a girl because you guys are so far below me. I'm so fucking masterful.
Mm-hmm. Yep, nice and sexist. I hope you know, like this anime is gonna lose like a full half a point just because it's so visibly sexist. And that upsets me.
I feel like that's shogi, not the anime.
I know. I'm still gonna do it anyways.
I'm gonna strike out at shogi through this anime.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the obviously the ending. Oh, that's the other time that Ginkgo got shit on. She was like during the whole ending scene. There was like a mock wedding for.
Oh, that made me so uncomfortable.
It made Ginkgo so uncomfortable. She was just.
I mean, it made her pissed as hell.
She was just like, I'm gonna fucking kill everybody. But yeah, that was a cute scene.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way. That was just really uncomfortable. That is just like, it was funny, but also cringy, but also funny. Oh wait, why am I pretending like I have notes for our next anime? Because I never take notes for this. This is arguably just best episode ever of all time. Greatest things happening.
Are you being sarcastic?
100%.
Yes,
so
okay.
I think they're just gonna shut up and just listen to.
There's nothing I can really say about Fate Extra episode 8. There's nothing I can really say about it. It's like I start 3 times and I don't understand what the fuck happened. There was I don't understand the episode. Maybe I'm stupid, but I just don't understand what the fuck was going on this whole episode.
He's like, essentially he's born from like all like hate of all like the people who like won, but then were just like killed anyways.
But like I get that part, and I get the part where I guess Hakuno, or the female Hakuno, was the primary first master of Nero or whatever.
Yeah, she was. They were referring to the woman in the first episode.
Yeah, so there's that part. Wait, did you see the after credit scene, by the way?
Oh shit, no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. So quickly explaining the after credit scene. She or he is like walking down into nothingness, and of course you get his little monologue like, "Oh, hatred! I'm bored from hatred." Blah 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 blah. Edgelord, and then he walks into an AV room with something playing on the screen, and the female version of him is there, like just singing. It says, "Take a seat," and that's how it ended. So that part was kind of interesting, but at this point, it's just there's like a fine line between being obscure and just being stupid and random. And I feel like this show is just straight into just random territory. Like, I don't understand.
I mean, they have to kind of explain it at some point.
They do, but even if they, at this point, I feel like they dug themselves so deep that even if they do explain it, it's just going to be like, okay, but I would have just preferred I would have just preferred a straightforward adaptation. Like, you don't need to do all this crazy bullshit with nonsensical plot lines and repeating timelines and all this stuff and make it all cryptic and yada yada yada. You could have just told a regular story, because it makes it hard for anyone who has never seen any Fate show to get into it, and then people who have seen Fate and liked Fate Extra and are like me and are watching and are just kind of like, all right, this is not really what I signed up for.
No, and there's the even smaller group of people who have not watched or played Fate Extra, who are just like, this isn't how Holy Grail War goes.
This is so far removed from the other Fate anime that it's just, I can't see ever watching it. Like, unless you're a big Fate fan already and you loved Fate Extra, I don't see why you would watch this show. Because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You have to know Fate Extra to understand half of what's going on. And even then, it just doesn't... It's told in such a convoluted way. I feel like the pacing and the storytelling are just so all over the place. Doesn't help that it feels like it's going to be 12 episodes.
I really wouldn't... I don't know what's going on so much that I couldn't even, like, rebuke that fact. Like, I can't even, like... I can't play Devil's Advocate even, because it's like, oh, well, it could go like 20, because I'm just like, I don't know when this starts or ends.
I'm just gonna, like, lay out from what I saw of this episode and try to piece it together. So they get off the elevator, Rin makes them ponchos, which was the one part I did like in the episode was them on the elevator and exercising.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That was cute. Other than that, though, we get
I love all Rin's parts.
Yes, Rin's like the best character. All of Rin's little cameo appearances. They get off the elevator. They just have to make it to the other side of the floor, basically, because there's no floor master. There's just Li Shuen and his master, who are just crazy homicidal maniacs. We get a little mini fight with Li Shuen, but of course that's not something, because why would you want to show a fight with Li Shuen when you can just completely put that off screen and not show the fight between Rin and Li Shuen?
Also, what the fuck is his staff?
Oh, it's because he's assassin in Fate Extra.
Oh.
But yeah, he so we didn't get any of that, and then instead we get Li Shuen's master and Hakuno fighting in their Super Saiyan forms or whatever. We get the revelation that we already knew.
I don't know. But from what little they did show between Nero and Li Shuen, I'm not saying it could have been or had to be bad. I'm just saying what we did see wasn't like super compelling. She literally just wildly swinging her sword. Like, every time.
I feel like if you were going to put, like, the one saving grace, if a show is super convoluted and hard to follow, at least make the action good. Like, at least make it visually good. That's probably why I didn't mind it as much in the nursery rhyme arc, because, yeah, it's convoluted and stuff, although that arc kind of made more sense. But at least it visually was crazy and nice to look at. This is like the least visually interesting arc so far. It has the least interesting aesthetic. It's just like a rainy, abandoned town.
That is true. I mean, it's really kind of hard to beat Alice in Wonderland.
It is, but still, it could have done a little bit more. A little bit more.
I don't know. I think you just hate so much more because you actually like Fate Extra.
I do. I love Fate Extra, and I wish if this was just a straightforward adaptation, or even if it wasn't, and it was just coherent in any way, I would have loved it much more. But I just feel like the pacing is off, the storytelling is all over the place. I'm trying to pick out one thing in particular that I think they pulled off well, other than the visuals in some of the arcs, and I can't think of anything. The fights haven't really been... I think the best fight was probably the Robin Hood fight.
Yeah.
And even that's nothing to... it was nothing compared to some of the fights in Apocrypha, let alone Fate Zero or Unlimited Blade Works.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm disappointed overall with the adaptation. Unfortunately so. I can't make excuses for it any longer.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that it's like, it's interesting that like in every Fate series, like they always start off by saying like, oh, this is like any other Grail War, except all this shit happens. That makes it nothing like the other Grail Wars. Like this is just the same thing that they're trying to do again. Like, we're gonna make it really different from any other Grail War because this is happening.
Yeah, but I feel like even then, like you can do it, and like Apocrypha, in my opinion, wasn't that amazing, but it wasn't so crazy or bad that you can mix around the formula. You know, it doesn't have to just be like the Fate Stay Night Grail War to be good. But this is just mixing it up so much that it doesn't even make sense.
Also, can we stop with this whole, like, fake master bullshit thing? Can we just, like, put, like... This is exactly why Fate Zero is still my favorite. Because they just had, like, the main character was, like, a proper... Well, no, he wasn't a proper magician. But he was, a proper master-ish, in the sense. It's like, hey, I know magic, I know servant, I know what war is, and... time to fuck shit up. Like, why does it always have to be like, hi, I would be a normal master like everyone else, but I was a homunculus, but I'm made from fucking bad feelings. Like,
that's a good point.
Or worse, or the worst of all, or I'm Emi Oshiro. Like, why?
I think that I think that's a problem for the Fate spinoffs too, is they try so hard to do a twist on it.
Like, you can make the twist on the war itself. Like, but can we just get, like, a normal main character, like, who's,
they
like,
just
knows
try.
magic?
If you just make a good character and have them be a master, like Kiritsugu was, and even Emiya in some of the routes, I'm fine with it. Just leave it. It doesn't need to be, like, I'm actually the reincarnation of 100 dead Hakunos from different timelines, or I can transform into Siegfried and shit. I don't know. Just pick a good character and make him a master of a good servant, and that's it. Yeah. And if you do want to throw a twist in there, like, actually make it a good twist and not just some stupid gimmicky thing.
Okay, that's like my only thing about this that I didn't like, is like, once again, the one huge plot twist is revolving around like the master, and it's just like, or it just be about the whole fucking Grail War. Like, is that like, is the Grail War not interesting enough?
Well, in Fate Extra's case, no. This Grail War is very boring. Actually, this is not even really a Grail War. This is more of like a boss rush type of scenario.
It is. It feels like I'm watching like a fantasy version of Tekken, or any other arcade game.
It's weird because for it to be a Grail War, the whole like appeal of that is that it's a battle royale. Like, one of the best things about Fate was that it's kind of Game of Thronesy in that people form alliances and betray each other, and there's like tag teams and assassinations. If you just have it be a straight up one-on-one fight, then it's not a war and it's not really interesting as, I don't know. At least in the original Fate Extra game, they offset that because it was one-on-one, but you would have to like learn about the master and learn about the servant. So it did kind of feel like you were doing a bit of the sneaky reconnaissance, stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is just go to next floor, fight servant. Go to next floor, fight servant.
Uma.
Someone remake this. Can we get someone else to remake Fate Extra, please? This one doesn't count. Alright. I think I've vented enough.
Yeah, you got all your system, buddy?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just gonna... the next few episodes, I'm just gonna, try to enjoy them as much as I can.
No, yeah. Cut to next week. What the fuck?
Either that or I go into full denial and I'm like, this is the best show ever. I don't even know why. The show's
like,
airing
hello?
right
now. I'm like, hello?
10 out of 10.
Thorny? Did we lose him? Okay. I guess, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our podcast. If you enjoyed it, by all means, like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our Twitter. Check out our Discord, Diggity Dope. If you want to go the extra mile, you can become a Patreon. The link will be in the description below. And right now, you should be seeing a wonderful picture of everyone who donated. So thank you. Shout out to you all. Also, there's Twitch. We have Twitch.
Yep.
It's just Twitch.
We just have Twitch. For what it's worth, we have a Twitch.
Do we have anything else to say?
We will be doing a preview for the spring anime season, so you should be seeing that soon.
Oh yeah.
We have to pick our shows for that season.
Oh.
So do look forward to that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions of shows you think are going to be interesting next season, let us know in the comments.
Yep. And you already know what we like, so
yes.
Choose wisely. And I think with that, we're going to end the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the G&A podcast with Ryuuou and
Soberoni.
And we will catch you guys later.
Later.
Bye. I definitely didn't forget our names.